Okay, so my most embarrassing. I don't really like. I have a lot of embarrassing moments, but okay, here's some of my top ones. When I was a kid, I was 10 or 11 years old, and I had these two friends, or sort of friends, and they were like arguing over what to do and who I was gonna. One wanted to do one thing and the other one wanted to do another thing, and they were arguing over who I was gonna go play with to do whatever that person wanted to do. And because I was really overweight when I was a kid, I always wore baggy sweatshirts or baggy shirts and baggy pants, and they grabbed a hold of the sleeves of my sweater like this, and they're pulling me back and forth, and they end up pulling my entire sweater up, off, and over my head. And so I'm half naked out there in the middle of the playground in front of everyone. And for a second, I just stand there completely stunned. And then finally, I grab my sweatshirt and I run out and I run into the girls' bathroom and I put my sweater back on and I was crying and it was so embarrassing. And then I know a lot of you that are overweight probably know that, like, or maybe it's not the same for you, but for me, like, I don't really get, like, gassy, but, like, if somebody, like, if I, like, try to do the splits or something, like, I'm gonna fart, you know, or toot or whatever. And so I go and I get drunk with my friends, and I'm 19. We get totally wasted because we were drinking Everclear, which in Oregon it is legal. I know it's not in California, or maybe it just is now in California. And my sort of boyfriend's friend was there, and he had tequila, and he's slowly pouring tequila down my throat, and I was just trashed. And so we decided to have a wrestling fight out on my front yard in my apartment little house place. So it's me versus one of my friends, Andrea. We go out there and we're like wrestling around, drunk as hell, and she pulls, and like, okay, and so the guys that are there are like just standing around kind of watching, you know, and she pulls both my legs like up over my head, almost like I don't even know, I can't do it because my back's hurt. She yanks my legs up over my head like this, and it's right in front of one of the guys, and I'm like this huge part. Oh my god, it was so devastatingly embarrassing. It was awful. And the guys are just like, oh my god, you know, and they start walking away, and I'm just like, somebody shoot me now, please. I couldn't believe that had happened. And yeah, that was pretty much probably the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me. And thereafter, everyone kept singing that song, you know, it's TNT, it's dynamite. And so from then on, I was TNT. So that was great fun. I can't really think of any others. I know there's so many other embarrassing moments, and I just can't think of like any really, really great ones. I mean, like, okay, it's embarrassing every time I go to the restaurant, we sit in booths, and I'm like trying to get out of the booth, you know? Or you sit in like the regular booth or whatever, and you're just the skinny person sitting next to you, and like you're trying not to get in their way, you know, but can't really help it. That's embarrassing. Just for me, like, eating with a skinny person is, like, embarrassing for me. But yeah, those are pretty much my funniest moments in time. Can't really think of any others, but I hope some of you guys have funnier ones than I do. Alright, bye.